Well, good afternoon everybody. Welcome back here to the Atlantic Senior Fours Championships. We're live from the Athena Beach in Paphos on the beautiful island of Cyprus. Well, we have another cracking game for you here. Looking at the ladies format now, this is round number 2. And we have in the green shirts Cyprus B, the home nation, facing Wales in their traditional red shirts. Joining me in the commentary box, well, I have a Welsh legend here with me, Robert Wheel. Good afternoon, Robert.
Afternoon, Jason. Delighted to join you in the commentary box this afternoon. Looking forward to this game. Should be a tight one, I think.
Yes, I'm sure. You know, obviously you're going to know these ladies a lot better than I.
Well, I've seen them play once or twice. I know they come into the tournament with a good record, winning the Welsh Ladies Senior Fours last 2 years, so quite an achievement for them.
Yep, certainly is. That's not a bad start this morning. It was looking a little bit tricky when there was a little bit of dampness on the rink. It's dried out, obviously. Quite a nice day here, about 20 degrees.
You're right, Jason. Having played at Athena Beach before, fantastic complex, but I would say the greens do change during the day as the sun comes round. This was covered in shade this morning, dew on the green, so I think the rink now this afternoon will play better.
Obviously yesterday they had a very good practice session, didn't they? Lots of the teams were moving around the various different rinks here. I think there's 16 rinks over 4 separate greens, I think it is.
That's right, 4 separate greens, different levels. Sun catches it in different ways from the various hotel buildings. And yeah, they had the opportunity yesterday to play a full day's practice, get on the greens and make the most of it, basically. Well, that's just in for shot. Interested this morning, Jason, that Cyprus B enjoyed a local derby playing Cyprus A, coming out victors 16-15.
Yes, got a little bit noisy down there on that final end. Right by the bar, funny enough, so I wasn't sure whether it was the game or the bar.
Well, the water bottles are inconspicuous.
Yes, yes. It's what we class as a green event, this event, so there's no plastic bottles at all around the greens. Sponsors, well, one of their many sponsors has provided these lovely little blue refreshment tins, and they're superb. Nice little present, as well as the other little bits of local stuff, local sweets. I've not tried them yet.
Yes, it's a nice touch, isn't it, for the carbon footprint?
Yeah, we all need to play our part. So slightly off centre, so this line is just catching them out. The Did they play on the bottom green this morning, the Welsh ladies? The heavier green?
They did.
Yes, I can tell.
Yeah. I was going to be kind and say maybe the outside line was running quicker, but no, it's definitely going to be playing on that lower green, which is a bit heavier.
I timed it yesterday, and I worked out roughly about 4 seconds.
Yes, but you were throwing your balls straight into the ditch, Jason.
Cutting. Very cutting.
It's all true. I'll just try and adjust with this one. Still over the pace, kept it on the green. So we mentioned the Cyprus result. Wales did fall to defeat this morning against England, 21-14. So they will be looking to get back on track in session 2. So Heather Collins on the mat.
Nice little bucket hat, we're calling that. Is it a bucket hat?
It's a bucket hat. We like a bucket hat in Wales.
Oh, nice little straightener, well played. That's a great ball.
Maybe she found that in practice yesterday on the edge of the rink.
Now, she'd have had a good look at this line from behind. Obviously, you know, every day is a school day, always learning from the previous bowl. Will she get that same little ridge now? Wasn't far away, maybe.
Yeah, it's definitely close for shot, that.
Hard to tell whose bowls. I'm not sure how many seconds Wales have. I mean, she's just played a very good bowl, exactly the same bowl, either side of the shot bowl if she's sticking to the draw. Just go straight right near the end. Zoom out, please, mate. Just lacking a bit of pace. Good line.
I think 4 feet of weight on that, and she was drawing shot.
See the other game on this particular rink here, rink number 10, England versus USA. She's under. I know there is a bit of a straightener there, but I think that might just be asking for too much. I think it may be one Cyprus.
Certainly Cyprus lead. Karen has picked up the match. She's pretty confident.
Yep, it is. One blue from our marker.
So we say about the Welsh bucket hats and the love of bucket hats. The idea for the hats associated with football came from a Welsh football fan who loved the Manchester music scene. So Tim Williams launched the Spirit of 58 shop, and the bucket hats were born.
Oh,
Welsh fans wear them across the world.
my condolences to them.
In-
Sparky used to wear a bucket hat sometimes. Good old Sparky.
You know Sparky Mark White, my old mate.
That's a shame he gave up too early. Cracking, talented player.
There's something to be said about retiring at the top.
I guess so.
Gold medal in the pairs, beating Tati and Paul on the Gold
Yeah.
Coast.
There is.
What a way to go.
Just think there was plenty more of those in him. Plenty more of those titles in him. It'd be
Yeah,
great to see him back. I love playing against him. We've had many battles at international level, especially under 25s, skipped against him. Oh, every time we played Wales, I always drew Mark, and it was always a pleasure.
And you tend to get that, don't you? Rink draws, whether it be juniors, seniors, you tend to come against the same player year after year. You know, Sparky, if you're listening, all the best, mate. He has graced the greens a couple of times this year.
Has he really? Yep.
Played in the Premier Bowls down in Barry.
Oh yes, that went
Run
well.
by Chris White, right? Yes, went very well. Very good organised tournament.
Just see there the jack going back. So for those people that are quite new to the sport, the jack has to be 23 metres when casted from the front edge of the mat to the very front edge of the jack. It's not the shortest jack you can bowl to. Obviously there's a rebounding jack. A rebounding jack can be a lot shorter than that.
15 yards, is it?
No, you let me down there. 20 metres. 20 metres.
Oh, I thought you said bowl, not a rebounding jack. My mistake.
And that's still 14.
I was a lot closer though.
I like your style though, I like your style. Blame the deaf guy.
Well, I've not got the rule book open in front of me, like yourself, Jason.
It's only because we get it asked quite a lot on the podcast and the various different streams we do. But it's funny rules like that, isn't it? I mean, you go to play a blocker, how many people would know that your blocker would have to travel 14 metres to be a blocker? Because some said, oh yeah, I'd have just stood out in front of me and put the ball down. Well, that would have been removed. Slightly different on the Crown Green, where I played. Just throw the ball at your opponent.
Oh yeah, that's normal. Crown Green rules, Jace?
Yeah, we're a bit more erratic, yeah.
Just under the line with that.
This lady was a cracking dancer the other night.
Yes, Tareen certainly got up on that dance floor, showed some moves.
Wasn't quite sure whether she was dancing or having a fit at one point, but yeah, it was. The dance moves are quite interesting. The moves didn't really go with the song.
Those moves carried out every Friday, Saturday night down the valleys. It's quicker this way, Jason.
Come out a bit quicker, friend. This way. Just zoom out a bit quicker first. Thanks, mate. Line's cracking. Just that 5 feet. There's two ways in on this forehand. There's actually a slightly narrower line as well, but it does come back. You know, if you've got good pace.
Yes, there is a kick, isn't there, on this forehand. I think if you go searching for it all the time, you make life difficult for yourself.
Yes, definitely. Format, of course, it's 15 ends. There's a time limit of 2.5 hours. Didn't need it on the last game, we only played a couple of hours, but yeah, there is a time limit there. That's just to stop slow play. Only the skips are allowed to visit the head.
Yes, just still struggling to come to terms with the quicker pace on this green.
I mean, an outdoor surface, 4 seconds, it's quite a difference, isn't it?
Oh, it's a massive difference. So, you know, if you have played one session to the next on a different surface, it does take time to adjust. But saying that, Cyprus B, we're on the next ring to Wales this morning.
Okay, so fair all round, isn't it?
Third player for Cyprus, Val Nichols. Well, that's a shot out of a whole bunch of balls so far.
It's only reaching.
Yes, well overweight again with that one.
Well, he should negotiate this front ball. Hasn't done. It's going to put it into a much worse position, but there's still room round that on this length, definitely. It will come back. Stand on the outside of the mat, which she has done. Must have an earpiece in. Just fling it out and it will come back with good pace.
That's right, so it's just sort that pace out, Jackie.
Playing under it.
Playing the jack. Well, plenty of room just to add another scoring shot. Would you believe it? Caught that short ball again.
It's madness, isn't it? You've got so much room either side of it. You run into the back of it.
I'm surprised how they're playing the same side off backhand. Runs the risk.
Come back this, you know. Come all the way. Gets inside that one for shot. I think that's in. I'm going to go for that shot.
Jury's out for me.
No, I'll sit on the fence, dear me.
Right, so slight adjustment here.
It's literally skimming that bowl either side with good pace. Needs to bend.
Yeah, it's got a chance, this.
Needs to bend the pace.
Just over.
Well, let's have a quick look. Does it measure all round?
No, I think it was right to sit on the fence. 2 conceded, so 2 to Cyprus B. And with 3-0 lead after 2.
So you've just joined us. Once again, welcome down here to the Athena Beach Hotel in Paphos, Cyprus. Live on YouTube. If you have got the chat facility whilst Robert's with me, you want to ask Robert a question about anything to do with his career or anything, or if you want any maybe some tips, then just pop them into the chat function and I'll pick these up and hopefully get him to answer them for you. Nothing too hard, of course, for Robert. Nice and easy. Backhand, forehand kind of a thing.
What size ball? Now, Tureen, take your chance. Let's get off to a good start. I am impartial though.
Of course, yeah. Be shouting him in next. This does drift to the jack now. Bang, there you go. The line was very good, just needs to drop maybe 4 feet. Bends early, then just holds straight.
Yes, it's quite a kind kick back to the jack there. That's the problem, just overweight again.
You can see once the pace comes off, it does just get centre. Like I say, it's just quite kind, as long as you're not on that wider line, because then you've got no chance.
Yes, it's certainly the hand to play, playing away from the Athena Beach Hotel complex. I think the forehand side is quite scary, Jason, the line on that one.
It's a big swing. I quite like a big swing. I always try and play a swingy hand. It's scary, but it will always bend back. I like a hand that always bends back.
Except on this rink, when you're slightly too far, and it bends the other way to the next rink.
That's because you're not put it on the right line.
My mistake. It's just proven a struggle at the moment, isn't it, Jason?
Well, I'd play that forehand myself. I like that forehand. I beat Anne on it earlier at 7 o'clock this morning.
That's lies and 2 codes, Jason.
Well, if I was official Welsh coach, I could pop my head over the balcony.
You could, yes. And yell. We are 150 feet high.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to jump over the top anyway.
Hello there, boyo.
So long.
Just needs to run.
Got your wish, Jason.
Now, right, now, 6 inches outside the rink marker. Go on. Don't be afraid to throw it out.
No, that's under the line. As you say, it is a big swing there. And there she tails away.
Ball and pace. Well played. You think you stop on the back ball?
As you say, probably a yard through. But proving you find that line, it does stay on centre.
Just needs to learn from her last. The 2 feet of green will easily come back.
I think she's desperate for that edge then to push it back into centre.
It's hard to tell who's lying what, isn't it? I mean, the stickers are not big enough for us to see. And I've lost count whose are those black balls.
Well, I'm going to say it's the Cyprus ball that has finished
Behind.
centre, yeah.
The yellow in the hat, is that the daffodil, and the green is it not that? I'm trying to think what the colours are in the hat. You've got your red for the dragon, yellow, daffodil, no?
I said earlier, it is modelled on one of the old Welsh football shirts, so I'm sure somebody in the comments can correct me if I'm wrong.
Here's the shot. Needs to stop on the jab.
So Heather has to earn a skip salary on this.
Thrown it out.
It's definitely a wide line.
Watch it bend now. Here it comes. Nearly drawn it on the pace. Bang, bingo. Forehand. Told you. Take that one. The new Welsh coach.
Yes, Jason putting his name up there. I'm sure he will enjoy the salary that goes with that job. It could be a raise for him.
Pace will just keep it back, yeah. Oh, hang on.
Well, the pace kicked it back out of the ball, but it nearly came off for it.
Play again. Play down to the ball. Yeah.
Yes, just repeat.
Not tighter than the last one. Hold in. What's the pace? Just the pace. Done a job though. Well played.
Yes, on the card.
That's it.
It's always that feeling you want to get on the card earlier in the game, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you played at such a high level, Robert. Would you be going into this game as a 4, saying, okay, our go-to length is going to be this to begin with, and then we'll see what's going on from there?
Yes, I think as a 4 they need to pick that up during their practice day yesterday. Have a chat about that overnight and decide what they feel is the best length for them. Just looking at, so they've overplayed some of the balls early in this game, so I would expect a fuller length from the Welsh girls.
Just see on the picture there how they've split this green in two. It's one surface. There's an indoor facility sat within the basement, if you wish, of that bowling green. It's quite something. Very good use of space.
Well, she's on the line again there, but just shorter pace this time.
Well played.
You can really see that holding
Yeah.
back to the jack as it arrived. A very kind line at the finish, so that's what Tareen needs to find.
Oh.
Well, there's more ways than one to skin a cat, eh? That's not a bad position. That ball is finished.
There's plenty of cats here as well, isn't there? There's loads of cats here.
I think there's more cats here than when I was last year,
Oh,
Jason.
really?
Well, not last year. It was actually 2015, my last visit to Cyprus.
It's that Anne Woody. She keeps feeding them croissants as she's walking by.
Yes.
Like a cat lady.
We have got Anne Dunwoody placards. Yeah, shot against, you don't really want to be finishing down the green.
Oh, well played. Very unfortunate, but again, it's finishing a pretty decent receiving position.
Yes, there was a different finish on that ball. Actually finished quite strongly once it went past the jack.
Well, another chance for Wales here. Still just playing down that forehand, just arriving. Nice full draw. Turn the ball away. A little tickle on the pickle around the corner will be very good as well.
Yes, there's a ball just behind to receive, so just 2.5 feet of weight, the ideal. Just overweight really, but I guess you could say she gave it a chance, just on the tighter side.
Yeah, probably chasing a little bit.
Yeah.
Cyprus, we're looking at just getting another good close bowl. Beat that back ball would be very good.
Yes, I always think on the artificial surface that it is just over the draw, isn't it? You're just looking, just draw, just past the white.
Just overcorrection made, that's all. Nuisance value for Wales. Still believe you can get just underneath that ball. They have got the second shot. I was just looking if there's any danger there if they overplay this and turn that ball away.
Well, that's made life difficult for Heather.
She's almost got to risk playing that more positive weight now. I'm just wondering if she got the shot ball onto that green bowl of twins, what the damage is around it. It's hard to see the stickers, isn't it, from here?
It is. I think that could spell trouble if she plays it, really aggressive at this. She could play backhand, and there is a turn there. She could just drop down on the ball or jab. Certainly a debate going on there.
Looks like she's going to be looking at playing a bit of pace underneath.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Well. Yeah. You can just see from the angle of that bowl and how she's literally skirted that. She may need to play a little bit quicker, I think, in order to get it.
Yeah, position of that short ball definitely needs to play quicker if she's playing the forehand.
And Cyprus can just draw down here all day long, either side, turn their own.
Yeah, just Belinda just looking to add.
Fortune favours the brave sometimes.
Well, you can look brave or silly in these situations. Looks more pace. Oh,
Just trying to draw around it, wasn't she?
she was. To me, it looked more pace from hand. Just proves there wasn't real conviction in what she was trying to play there, Jason.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just wondering, like we mentioned before, that danger of turning the shot ball onto that lime green bowl, whether that maybe just had a bit to play. Well, let's have a look at that. Just while they do, we can have a little look at some of the members of the team. So still just a few feet or so, just to try and make this head look a little bit more compact.
She's from South Africa.
Well, just needs to miss and stop at the same time. Needs to stop now, it's just too quick. Off it goes. Oh, the shot bowl's still the one in the ditch. You can see there, probably nearly 18 inches away. Quite deep ditches here, so you're going to be within 7 or 8 inches of the edge of the ditch if you're going to score.
Yes, and certainly a difficult task to stop it that close.
Again, just pulling up. So let's have a little look at the marker there in the red shirt. He's got some lollipops, so he'll indicate how many. This could be quite a few. I think that's 4, is it already?
Yes, there's a lot of balls going out there. We're still looking a lot and probably calling for a measure.
Yep, now have a little look.
So with the jack in the ditch, this will be a string measure. Just chocking the balls first as well, just in case that could move and fall.
Good team of officials here. We've got a mixture of the international technical officers, and then we've got the national technical officers, all working side by side. It's all about, you know, getting that experience, working with more senior officials, you know, Alan Thornhill and Dan Blewett are here, and some of the other ITOs. And obviously, it's all about helping and develop people how to move through the ranks, isn't it, as an official?
Exactly, and that's the aim, isn't it, of the ITOs, the experienced people there. Alan Thornhill leading the group, pass on that experience and roll it out to the local Cypriot officials. But a big score there. Five shots on the board. 9-1 after 5.
Yeah, big five, like I say, you know, still plenty of ends, 15 ends obviously, so we're just a third of the way, but that's the start you want against a good Welsh side.
Yes, I would say still early in the game, 5 ends, but 8 shots, 10 ends to play. That is still a big deficit to overcome. We'll always say after a count, you want to get onto the scorecard yourself, very next end. So concentrate, get some good bowls in, because you don't want the game to run away with you.
Say good afternoon. I can see quite a few of you tuning in from South Africa. Thanks for joining us here. You'll be looking forward to supporting your team on the stream. I think tomorrow, I think it is.
Yes, with any multi-nation event, always got viewers wishing to see their preferred team in action. Just looking at the Welsh scorecard from the first game against England, they did find themselves 17-5 down after 9. They did have a run of 4 ends then, scoring 1, 2, 5 and 1 to only be 17-14 behind with 2 to play. No. So back in with a chance.
Yeah, they've been here before, haven't they? It's about digging back in again.
It is. They couldn't sustain the effort then, but it does show you need to get a couple of ends on the board, get some confidence.
Great ball there from Cyprus.
Well, and that's what Cyprus need to do, isn't it? Turn the screw.
Yep, keep putting them in. Well,
she's unlucky.
Unlucky, yeah. In a way, she preferred to have missed that, I think. Just slightly lifted it up.
Yes, it was a better ball from Lynn, closer, but just made it a little bit more difficult, really.
Can't change anything, she says. Go again. Been very unlucky. Play exactly the same bowl and just hope you get a little bit better fortune. Just the pace.
I think she adjusted the line as well. The same pace, she had that.
So, as the swap ends, thanks for the nice comments. And Mona Lennox there, good afternoon, from Kempton Bowling Club, South Africa. Shame I can't be there. Yeah, well, weather's very nice. Kempton Bowling Club, that is Spartan, in the Spartan area of Cape Town.
I'm going to trust
think, is
you
it
on that, with
Tambo?
your geography.
Is it? Yeah, Spartan area. Yeah, I'm sure it's Spartan.
I'm afraid the Kempton I know is the racetrack.
Oh yes,
There's national hunt race in there. I do dabble now and again.
I've seen it in my head. You know, you've seen something in your head, and you can't. I'm sure it's right by the airport. It's right at the side of the airport.
I'm sure you're right.
El Tambo, I think is the name of the airport. Dear me. Straight through every hole there was there.
Yes, pace was good for the shot. Did you say we've got some nice comments, Jason?
Yes. Said Robert Wheel's accent is lovely. El Tambo. Oh yes. It's out at Joburg. Yeah. Joburg Airport.
Well, probably I should have known that one. I've played in South Africa a few times, flown into Joburg. Actually, one of the events was a British Lions event.
Tri-Nations, that was it.
Tri-Nations. British Lions team playing South Africa and Australia. Well, great event, I must say. And Woody was along for the ride on that one as well.
Normally is.
A fixture at these events.
Water room.
I always think of Anne, when you see that Mission Impossible sketch of Tom Cruise clinging onto the back of the aircraft, I'll get there at any cost. That's Anne done Woody normally. Laptop under her arm.
That explains the hairstyle in the event
Play-
programme.
Yeah.
Shame we couldn't show you on screen, viewers.
I might have to put it on my Facebook later for those that follow me on my Facebook. I mean, dearie me, there's backcombed and there's backcombed. Tammy Wynette.
I wish. Stand by your man.
Just missed the line, perfect pace. It's still there, under that front bowl. Choose whatever pace she wants.
Yes, I would be positive at this. Down the line. I think that's a difficult pace to try and play that shot, to be honest. So Belinda Steffens, looking to art.
You got to just change something at the moment. 9-1, maybe a change of tactics, a bit more positive. Shake them up a little bit to see if you can just create something.
Well, that's certainly what I want to shout from the balcony, Jason.
Yeah,
But,
shake them up.
They're still playing that difficult shot, really, with that pace.
Just looking for that perfect bowl, aren't they? I'm
Yeah.
not quite sure you can play that on an artificial surface.
Now, you do on certain greens, you know, if it's outdoor on grass, artificial outdoor, just accept that you can't play the perfect ball on each occasion. Just play the percentage. If more weight is required, that's what you need to do. And all these, you're playing that, all these flicks and tricks come into play then, don't they, Jason?
Yeah.
I've never had one myself, but I know people that do.
Yep, you're right, Heather, there on the comments. Looks like a fabulous venue for bowling. It certainly is. We'll get some camera angles of the facilities here during the day of the other bowling greens. As we go right to left, where our camera is, the left-hand side of the bowling greens is where the beach is. Rink number 1 is almost on the beach. See there, look, as it pans out, look at the bowling. That's what a fabulous facility there. Beach is to the left. And then if you look very closely on the top there, just in front of the other hotel, the Athena Royal, there's even another bowling green. So it really, really is. That's the smaller of the two hotels, holds about 400 people. The Athena Beach, the larger of the two, 1,400 people. So it shows you the difference. Both absolutely superb in quality. Lots to do.
Yeah, certainly agree. Superb venue. And there's 4 games in play on the other green in front of the Royal Athena.
Yeah, there's a bit of entertainment at night if that floats your boat. I was saying earlier, Robert, there was a really bad magician on last night. I paid him £20 to make Andrew Moody disappear, and she's still here. She's still got out of that box. I was like, lock it, just lock it.
Data people have tried.
Sat there with my own padlock.
Maybe you bring a box and a saw tonight. The downside will be 2 Andon Woodies.
Needs to stop.
I think Wales really need to win this end. 11-1 down. 6 ends played. Start the comeback, but Cyprus in the armchair, really.
Oh, oh.
Just fell against the bias
Yeah.
as it stopped. It does make life difficult, and yeah, certainly a change in hand straight away. Just on the wider line.
Terrine, is it pronounced? Is that Welsh?
Terrine,
Is
yes.
it quite a Welsh name, that, Terrine? I've never heard of a Terrine
I've-
before, no?
No, I've had one as a starter, but it's not a common name as far as I'm aware, Jess. I think sometimes as lead, you know, suck it really, haven't you? Maybe stick to your hand, just keep playing the balls there.
Yeah.
It's, you know, you could make, even if you arrive for that shot bowls, you could still make things better for the Welsh rink.
Yeah. I mean, as a lead, like you say, you pick your hand and you just try and stick on it, or you try and, because you're trying to build a header's lead, and that's all you do. For me, I try and play the hand that's going to be the easiest, the more consistent, the, a bit more friendly hand. I think that backhand, you're never going to nail it 100% of the time, but you will put balls in the head. The forehand, I do like this forehand, but as a lead, if you just miss it, you're going to be giving your number 2 a lot of stuff to do.
Exactly. Normally front end, you go the kinder hand on the rink in either direction, and the result is more balls in the end, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the game's all about making it simpler. Don't overcomplicate things. I should just carry in pace here. Oh, missed the line there. Just as Jason says, you really need to get out on that forehand. It will come back.
Just for 5 or 6 seconds.
I think she could have got away with a shot on that. It was tight, but caught the short ball. Quite possibly has stayed in for shot ball.
Oh. Oh, definitely nip that now. Straightener's not going to help. It's just far too under it too early, I'm afraid. See a good picture of the scoreboard there on the rink number 10. Good close game between England and United States of America. England, the red score there, 11 shots to 7 after 8 ends. Quite a lot of close games going on throughout the rinks. Three games for you today, absolutely spoiling you for choice. We have a third game at 4:30. It's the only day where we do have the 3 games, so join us live at 4:30. And another new country. I've never seen this country play live on a stream myself, so it's going to be very exciting, which is going to be Switzerland. I think Anne was saying earlier, I think there's only one rink somewhere. But, I'm going to get a bit of information on that, and they're taking on Jersey, which is a great side. They're here in force.
So I'm not familiar with the Swiss either, Jason. Would that green, would it be indoor or would it be?
No, it's like a short mat facility, but it's quite high up in the hills. There's a lonely goat herd. Yeah.
No, you can start yodeling that.
Yeah, high on a hill. Yeah, there's a picture when Neil Dalrymple did his tour from various different countries, and like I say, it was a short map, and it was the view was the best view I've ever seen in my life. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful country.
I quite like playing at bowling greens with something a bit quirky about them, you know, the massive view. I played at one in, used to play one in California, and there's one in Scotland, Anne will probably tell me, I think it was called the Rock, hanging off the end of the...
Dumbarton.
Dumbarton, yeah, the Rock, yeah.
Fabulous. It's just.
Literally hanging on the water.
There's 2 or 3 down that way are just hanging on the water. Really nice. Picturesque.
Well, still just struggling. I mean, there's lots and lots of room here, nearest bowl. Let's have a good count. Yep, 1. So, change of tactics. Although they're overplaying, I think they need to come a bit shorter. I think sometimes if you really go very, very dramatic, tell yourself you really do need to adjust. I'd bring this mat right up. You've got to just add a little bump to your bowl. So I think it's come about 3/4 of the way there, I think.
Yeah, 1 or 2 bumps. That can
Yeah.
normally do the trick.
Yeah, I get that anyway.
Not same here. Maybe 3.
I call it old age. It's normally my go-to length if I'm struggling in a game, especially singles. I would tend to bring the mat right up.
I think we've been playing quite an average three-quarter length most of the game, so it does need, you know, you 9 shots behind. You do need to try and make a dramatic change.
Yeah.
It definitely needs to be tried.
I mean, if you're really struggling, sometimes you just maybe just try and throw them a little bit.
Exactly.
Not happy with that.
Okay to play then. Cyprus are happy that it is at least 23 metres. I've got that one right, Jason.
Yeah, well done, well done. Have a biscuit.
Certainly length, but different line with the mat position. Needs to finish and run. I think you can say the change in jack length has had an effect, but not a desired one at the moment. Well, down to the third, see if they can make an impression on this end. Shadows lengthening.
Yep. As the sun moves around the hotel. It's a lovely day here again in Cyprus.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. 21 degrees at the moment.
Well, I'm starting in for that.
Yeah. Today, obviously, we'll be playing under the floodlights later on. We're going dark here at 20 to 5 this afternoon. That'll make it really... I always find playing under floodlights, Robert, really interesting. I've played under floodlights many times on the Crown Green, because we play a lot of early events, you know, about on the Crown, sometimes up until probably November. I always find when I play Crown Green, even though we're playing a lot long distance, I have to tell myself to play a yard further. I don't know why. I think 'cause I'm always short. Yard further, yard further. Good hit. Yeah, well done.
Well, stayed with it.
She liked that. She got excited.
Yeah, definitely 2 down. Trouble again for Wales. No, but certainly under floodlights, outdoor, it is different, isn't it? That perception of length. You do need to look past your target area, I believe. Yes, and obviously in the evening, the greens do slow down dramatically anyway, don't they?
Yes, when they start to just get that little bit of evening damp.
But certainly on the outdoor greens in Wales and I guess around the UK, floodlights are becoming more common to get games in at the end of the season. Outdoors is not a long time, is it really? 5 months max.
No.
But you do find weather is better, maybe September, even early October. So could be a point that we should shift our season a little bit.
Certainly getting that way, especially for England. I know Scotland have a lot of issues being, especially those that are very, very far north in Scotland. It goes dark very quick up there, doesn't it?
Light goes quicker, doesn't it? Early midsummer is good, but yeah, just later on, it's a big struggle. Then again, you get some players who are better in the dark, aren't they?
Certainly look better in the dark.
I think every club has that carrot muncher. Comes up with the goods, pitch black.
Yeah. And some of my teammates, they definitely look better in the dark. I mean, I don't want to be mean, but 2 of them would get a refund on a ghost train. Little touch. Well played. Yep, that ball's probably just fallen enough.
Definitely, that was a great shot. Certainly needed it. Well, chances to arrive at this. I'll give it a chance. She's got
Onto
the
the
ball.
jam.
And she's made it. Oh, that's a great ball. Well played, Belinda.
Yeah. A little bit of trouble here because this isn't easy. I mean, the pace that looks nice just to get under there, turn it away. Oh, that's very tricky.
It's tough, but
I'm not sure what the position is right down the back. I mean, if he squeezes to the side, that's not too bad. Turin's got a ball out the bottom left. Oh, not taking it. She says, no, I'm happy with that.
yeah, she's happy with one. Move the score along to 12-2. Sensible, really, I think.
Certainly is.
Element of danger if she did try and draw a second shot. So, yeah, wise move.
Once again, thanks for joining us down here at this Atlantic Rim, situated in beautiful Paphos. Lots of things to do in Paphos. Don't take my word for it though. Let's have a little look at what's around the local area.
Can't quite see the ball from our position, Jason.
I think it's just by. Yeah, it's just by the number.
Yeah, it's just in shadow, isn't it?
Needs to stop. Well played on the back bowl.
Yes, just in for shot.
Now, just nip the line. I think you're just under the straightener. So still a good chance here. You know, wasn't sure there was going to be a slightly risky tactic last time Wales played this kind of a length. They dropped a big count. But at the moment, it's looking pretty decent.
Well, Cyprus did set the jack for this one, thinking maybe they may repeat the dose of that score of 5. Doesn't look possible for them on this occasion.
Yeah, it's, as I say, they're just look pretty evenly matched down there, don't they? See the England game on the next rink there, taking on United States. 2 more greens to the far left hand side, that's in operation as well. Wind's just slightly picking up, you can see all the nations' flags blowing around.
Yes, USA B and England on ring 10, both won the first games.
Alright, good.
So 100% record possibly goes early unless it's a draw. Time for Jackie to make a difference here. Look to add another.
Oh, this hand'll swing a long way at this length.
Yeah, she doesn't look out there, does she? There it is, boomerang finish.
Yeah, I mean, this is where I played on this morning, where that marker is stood out there. That is almost where your ball needs to get to before it starts to bend. I actually sent it, I laughed with Anne and said, oh my goodness, where have I sent that? And it came all the way back.
No, you need to be outside the rink marker, don't you, particularly on this length.
Now, after the jack, but that straightener's just going to keep it away. Just slightly overplayed that if they were playing the trail. You play the forehand 18 inches, even 2 feet with a decent bowl outside the rink marker, and that will come back all day long.
When you say a decent bowl, Jason, you mean...
As in a bias bowl.
A bias bowl,
yeah.
yeah?
Yeah, not something you've stolen. Yeah.
So how many...
Zooming in on the adverts.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how many different bias bowls would there be, Jason, on the market?
Oh my goodness. I mean, you're spoilt for choice these days, aren't you? I think to begin with, if you're starting off, I think you need to find the shape of bowl that suits you. I think when you're starting off, you know, the particular manufacturer I wouldn't technically bother with. I'd just pick up a load of different bowls. I mean, for a man, I've got quite a small hand. So, I mean, this year, you know, I started off with a 4. A couple of years ago, I went down to a 3. This year, Drakes are making me a 2. Other manufacturers are available. Yeah, I think you find that every different manufacturer has a different shape of bowl. So that's what you need to look at. If you like a slimmer bowl, there's slimline bowls out there for you. I think more so now with the deeper grip, all the manufacturers have produced a deeper grip. I don't particularly, my opinion is I don't particularly like them. I understand why they're there. It allows you to play with a slightly bigger ball with a smaller hand. You know, and they all, I think they have Mega Grip is what the Henselite one is, don't they? Extreme Grip is Taylor's, Scoop Grip, Aero, and then obviously Drake's Pride have their Pro 50 deep grip as well. So,
Well done on those new deep grips.
done me research.
But really what you're saying there is that there are so many choices and variations of bowls, size, colour, grip, bias, that there's something for everybody out there, isn't there? So I guess it's go down the local club, and don't be afraid to ask to try. I wouldn't buy before you play.
No, definitely not.
Try various different sets of bowls and down your local club, see what you're happy with, and then put your foot in the market then, maybe second hand or get a new one. There are deals out there, I guess.
Yes, definitely.
I've got 20 sets in my loft if anybody's interested.
Shameful plug.
It's always useful.
Yeah. He accepts the Welsh pound. Or
I didn't think it
Leek.
was legal tender anymore.
the Welsh pound or a bucket of leeks.
We'll have the leaks.
Yeah.
Right. Heather can do with that.
She just played a great bowl down that other hand. And now she's elected to play down this hand. Now the line isn't bad.
It's just about pace this, isn't it? Because she looks good.
Needs to get out of this shadow to win.
Oh, I just stuck there really.
So 2.
2 to Wales, well, it's needed.
What's that in Welsh? What's 2 in Welsh? Did you do Welsh? No. Next. That's 2 in
No.
German.
Dry.
Drive 3.
I was close there.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm from the border town of Prestine, so English-Welsh border. So back in my day of school, Welsh wasn't taught
Oh, okay.
as compulsory on the curriculum. Well, it wasn't taught at all.
Is that
at
Hereford
school.
way then?
I actually live in Hereford now.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Prestine is roughly 25 miles from Hereford. So I've never changed outdoor club. Always played for Prestine. So it's a 50-mile round trip whenever I go and play for the club. But I'm not going to leave. Just enjoy it so much. It's a bit of a family thing as well.
So they just asked for the measures to be called upon. Some great sponsors here for this event. Main sponsors Bold Cyprus in partnership with Constantino Brothers Hotels. Voyage, where they did a great job picking us up from the airport. Smooth Taylor Bowls, based in Scotland, Glasgow. Changed the cannon while they gave us the umpire's kits. Some beautiful, nice little field ball. Green event this year. Massive thank you. Like any event, wherever you are all around the world, heavily dependent on sponsorship. So if you are listening, thank you very, very much.
You can't get that on the full string then?
No.
No, no.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Any comments?
A question there about this raising awareness for the Atlantic Senior Fours for the people watching. Can you explain how seniors, Jacqueline Hendon's put like yourself, I'll have a word with you later, Jackie, can
Oh, she's
enter
right.
can enter this event? You're probably good to enter this one, Trevor. How do people get the invite to come into this event?
Normally we put invite out to the countries, but they didn't pick it up, so that was usually the winners of the senior fours in the national competitions. That's how it's got down to now, but hopefully we'll get some more next year and we'll be a lot bigger year after next.
Yep, and I think it's been 6 years in the making. Unfortunately, due to obviously COVID, that set everybody back, and various different countries didn't even have the chance or the ability to hold national championships due to various different restrictions in place. The countries that weren't able to provide national champions were offered to send people. Some people have paid their own way to be here, and for a first go, I think it's absolutely splendid, Robert, isn't it?
Exactly. The event is endorsed by World Bowls, and the aim is to make it a regular event on the calendar, and obviously catering for senior bowlers of member nations, age 55 and over. So it is a category really where it's been sort of overlooked, I guess, recent years. So that's the desire to make this event. Invites going to member nations who hopefully in the future will support it, and it will be their choice, I guess, then whether they select teams to play or whether that offer does go to the current reigning senior fours champions in men's and ladies categories.
Yeah, I think the good thing is when you have an inaugural event like this, I mean, the best advertising will be word of mouth. The players that have been here for this event are bound to go back to their own countries and talk. How did you get on? Talk. I mean, we've been spoilt for choice, haven't we? I mean, so many different countries. Very, very friendly. We've had a gala reception last night, which was superb. So yeah, I think once word gets out there, what's on offer here in Cyprus at the Athena Beach, I think it will only go from strength to strength.
No, I agree. Venue is second to none. It's set up for international events, and hopefully this can be and prove to be a success, and it'll be repeated.
Yes.
And as I say, the main thing I think is that we hope it will be supported by member nations.
Yeah, the biggest thing is getting that World Bowl sanction, isn't it? That's the big thing over that, that support, if you wish, that this is, a great event. They don't give them sanctions out willy-nilly.
No, they don't. You've got to prove it, haven't you?
Yes, Jason. The main thing that we thought about this about 5 or 6 years ago was all the people my age, not your age, but time they get to 55, they never got no chance of playing league international bowls because the youngsters, 20 upwards, 18 upwards, and all the oldies don't get a chance anymore. So let's give them a chance, and I think they're taking it with open arms.
Yeah, they certainly are. Like you say, it's one of them. It's a double-edged sword in a way, isn't it? I mean, when you're trying to move things forward, it's very, very easy to focus on the corporate side of things, the younger side of things, as in to try and sell the sport. But like Trevor just said then, there still is that category of people, and exceptionally good players are over 55. I mean, playing for England, you've got Brett Arkley there. He's been around a long, long time at international level, and he's still at that standard. Without a platform like this and various other streamed events, that they wouldn't be seen in your normal mainstream bowls.
It's good to have a platform, isn't it, to showcase your skills, show you still got it. And as you say, Brett is one example, isn't he, that very talented bowler over the years. Played in PBA, hasn't he? World Bowl Tour events. Done pretty well, hasn't he?
Got it? Yeah. Your mate's listening in, Chris Wright.
Oh, Christopher. Hope things are okay in sunny Barbados.
Where is it?
Barry Island.
Barbados, is that what you call it?
Barbados,
Oh,
yes.
okay. Barbados.
Chris, he can be Marmite, to be honest. Love or hate him, but the guy, he's trying to do a lot of good for the game. He's on the Welsh Premier League Bowls, you probably heard about.
Yes, it looked fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, it was a great event. Second year, earlier this summer. I did manage to be part of the team that won the inaugural event.
Oh, right, okay.
0 prize money that year.
Well, just bring...
But no, it's fantastic to be part of like a draft system team. An elite lady, elite gent. A golden oldie, like myself.
There you go.
I think that's a bit harsh. But no, well done to Chris in what he's trying to do for the game and a lot of the ideas he has.
Right, I think she's going to need a little bit of a remote control here. Again, this hand, you can just outside of the mat, so this will do a lot of bending. Fling it out, try and miss all the balls at the front.
Yeah, as the pace comes off, it certainly does turn at the end.
Got the jack. Ooh, feathered it. It's gone literally sideways along the seam.
Yeah, so Cyprus holding shot. Probably just needed a feather off the side ball to just ease the pace off that, to be a scorer.
Just lacking the pace, the line was exceptional.
Yes, one to Cyprus, moves to 13-4.
Can we bring Anne up so she never feel worse?
She wants to.
Yeah.
She wants to.
Well, an excellent start.
Unlucky. Is it a TV really?
Yeah. You need big monitor. Yeah.
I'm thinking. Oh, well played. Great start, Tureen. 2 good bowls. Whereabouts in Wales is Tureen from, do you know? No?
It's Monmouthshire.
Monmouthshire. Where's that? Where's Monmouthshire? Never heard.
Gwent. So it's a Newport.
Ah, I know that bit. Okay. Newport. I've known Newport.
So don't shoot me for pronunciation. I think it's Annesty Bowling Club.
Annesty. Okay. I've been to Newport.
As I said earlier, Welsh border boy, mid Wales, so not really fluent in Welsh or even pronunciation of Welsh place names.
Clandrin Dodwells is bad enough, isn't it?
Well, Llandrindod, I played a lot of my bowls in Llandrindod, in the same county as Prestine, so...
Rains every time I go.
Oh, it's beautiful there, Jason. That's just yourself. I was disappointing ball there. Wales, line a couple. They need a big score this end, I believe. Playing a 15 end game after 10 ends, I always want to be just in front, or
Yes.
you need to just be within 1 or 2 if you're going to come back.
Play up, steady on.
Computer failure, I believe. Could be just frustrations in Lynette. It's not in the game, but you got to be there till the end, haven't you?
Certainly
Keep
have.
persevering, keep trying, and that's the desire, isn't it, to change.
Is that how it's spelled? Is it? Thanks for Emily there, just putting the little name of the club on there, and I'm still not by it. Annesty.
Just the one vowel, Jason.
Annesty. Annestu. Yanadu. Sorry, Emily, I can't. There's no way I can pronounce it.
Well, we'll try and teach you some more Welsh and Welsh place names later. Cardiff.
Don't take the Michael.
Well, it's certainly become a scrappy end after the lead balls there.
I mean, Tureen nailed 2 down that backhand.
Absolutely.
The others are just struggling to
Absolutely.
find it. I mean, it's a much longer length. That needs to get out. Now, what's the pace? What's the pace?
Just over pace. If
Doesn't
there
want
wasn't
the
too much of the
jab.
well, it's a good one to miss, I think.
Yes, you'd have been shouting miss it yourself there. Cyprus manager in the background there. There's Anne Dunwoody, the blue shirt, getting the scores for us.
That's our runner, is it, this afternoon?
Yep, she's the runner. Just off the picture there, you can just see a mobility cart that she whizzes round on.
Hope there's no tax on the side. Won't be seeing her till much later.
Don't tell her I said that, she'll strangle me.
It's definitely love hate. So, just looking to arrive.
Line's good.
Yeah, it's got a chance, isn't it? The kick now.
Oh,
She played
wow.
it. What a beautiful shot.
What a cracking bowl that was.
Knew the hand with just that pace would kick back to the ball.
Take a chance on the forehand, play quick, try and flick the ball away from the jack. Can't afford to play the backhand and get her own.
It's a case of nothing to lose though. Just not going to get that kick just underneath that. Did drift back slightly, but oh, great effort. But it's open the end, so that's given Heather more of a chance.
Play attacking, don't just play that just over. It's so difficult, isn't it?
No, Heather's first ball is finished at the back of the rink, so I think she's just got to take a chance. Need shots.
Well, don't want the gap.
No, she's got the jack. Is she going to stick with it? Oh, well played. Certainly made shot. Has she got any more?
She was unlucky not to get that slightly thinner. Might have made a 3 if she got that slightly thinner, but
Yeah, if
we
it,
won.
was, if it was thin, it was 3 shots, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, as we just mentioned, Anne Dunwoody's back on a mobility scooter. She just finished reverse parking it. We've got the scores in. Stair lifts arrived. Going into the last quarter of the games here this afternoon in the men. Cyprus A 7, Czech Republic 8, Jersey B 8, South Africa 11, Cyprus B 12, Zimbabwe 7, Jersey A 12, Switzerland 9, England A 11, Wales 9, Guernsey 3, United States of America 13, England B 10, USA B 6, Norfolk Islands 12, Scotland 8. So some interesting scores there in the men's. Ladies, well, looking across the rinks there, Cyprus B 13, Wales 4. That's the game we're watching. Cyprus A is 7, Norfolk Islands 7 as well, so they're very, very neck and neck. Scotland are way out in the lead, 19-3 against Jersey B. South Africa, well, they're also way out, 18-4 against Jersey A. And USA A 11-3 against Guernsey. USA B are just trailing 11-12 against England. So some really, really interesting scores there. So I'll let go on and have a lie down now. Anne says it's getting quite windy. She didn't really need to tell me that. I've just in a hair. Thanks, Anne, for the scores.
Hopefully that's out on the greens, that the wind has picked up.
Yeah, you can just see the flags whizzing round. Excuse all the squeaking. There's obviously a sale on cheap shoes in Cyprus.
Yes. A stall of deck shoes and a stall of WD-40 next to it, which was required.
Oh, nice little touch.
Thicker edge required, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just need to take all the paste into it. Nice and solid. Oh, that edge just took them away. Bowl solid, jack solid would have been very good. Oh, man hanging off the balcony here.
That's a brave man at this height. Certainly, we didn't order the stuntman this afternoon. Back to the bowls.
Solid on the jack, yeah.
Needs to. Oh.
Oh, look at that line that took then.
Yeah, wibbly wobbly at the end, but
Yeah.
that's short.
Both dreams in again. Oh.
Not sure if it's getting even windier out there, Jason, with the pictures we're receiving.
Spider-Man's gone for his lunch. With them shadows, it looks like the red arrows are performing.
Certainly a nice formation on the side of the green. So Heather needs to add again here, keep the scoreboard ticking over for Wales.
It's a nice hand, this. Just needs that pace.
Oh, she was good past the last.
Yeah, she was very good. Oh, thanks. Well, she's sticking to the forehand. The jack's somewhere between everybody's heads, I think. Oh, there it is. Okay. Just slightly underneath. Same shot for Wales. I mean, they were bang on with the miss. Ooh.
Yes, repeat the dose. It's just overplayed at that time.
Yeah, just the pace, wasn't it? If you look, it's come all the way back to centre line. It was just the pace, like you say, just over carried. So let's have a quick look on. Oh. They were lost.
I think it looked like two going out.
I think it looked like they pulled two out there. We can't see. Oh.
Still looking.
Looking between the front and the side, I think. They're very organised, the ladies. They have the cloth, don't they? They put the cloth down and then they make sure everything goes on. There's the cloth, look, there's the cloth, everything goes on the cloth. They're very, very organised.
Counting balls on the cloth.
Oh,
yes.
The ladies are well organised, aren't they? They put the cloth down and then they get the balls and put them all on the cloth.
Of course we do.
Traditional feature, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And the slapping of the shoulder when they're in, don't they?
Yes.
My mixed pairs lady, she must come away with bruised shoulders. Could be a few here, you know. This could be the comeback Wales needs.
We'll certainly need to score as many as they can. 13-5 after 11 it is.
Got my eye on the marker at the same time. Is it just the two?
Oh, he's just gone out of shot.
I think it was just the two. Let's have a look. Yes. Yes, two for
shots.
Wales. So, getting ready for this next end. I'm joined in the commentary box quickly by the events manager here now, Anne. So, Anne, very quick question. Obviously, we've just been talking about, first of all, you know, the amount of years it's taken to plan this event, the importance of this event for senior players. For the first time, I know it's only the first day. So, how pleased are you with it so far?
Well, I think we're all very pleased with how it started this morning. Everybody was out there practicing and all ready to get started on the time. There's been some really fantastic bowling out there, and I think everybody's enjoying this first day to get it under their belt, to either have some wins so they feel much more confident.
I was also talking about the various sponsors you've had available. How important are the sponsors for these kind of events as well?
Well, they're very important because we need the sponsorship of the Ministry of Tourism and COA, our local sponsors there. But also we have sponsorship from Chase Buchanan, who are a wealth management company. They've sponsored some water bottles because this is a green event. Part of our sponsorship with the Ministry of Tourism is that we don't have all plastic water bottles around the green. So Chase Buchanan have sponsored the water bottles and they fill them up so we don't have all that around the green. And also Angel Guardians have sponsored some of the kit for us, so that's very important as well.
And we've had a couple of comments about obviously going forward, obviously wanting to build on anything that's an inaugural event. Going forward, how are you looking at having things so people can enter, or you're looking down the lines of just the country selecting? Obviously, I know you want to build on it and make it even bigger event.
Yes, we're looking at possibly doing this every 2 years. That's the plan. But all the entries have to come through the national authorities, and that's some work we need to do to make all the member nations more aware of this event, so that they can we can get more nations coming in the future.
Well, thank you very much, and keep up the good work. I'll let you get back to your milling around and making sure everybody's doing as they're told. Must be a hard task that. I've only got Robert and Anne to look after, and that's some doing, I tell you. So the comeback's on. Is it just a couple of ends too late, Robert? What do you think?
Well, 13-7 down, 3 to play. It's still on, but you'd be hoping, just for a better start, just to set a foundation. But say 6 down. If you're going to win, you need to win the 3 ends. You can't afford to drop an end now.
That was my next question. How many ends do you think they need to win? I think it's all of them as well. Yeah.
Always one step ahead.
So I suppose you can, when you're 55, you'll be able to come back in.
60 now.
Old, he's very old. I remember meeting him when he was 30. That was 50 years ago. Wafting it in, look, won't want to know on that wider line.
Yeah, well, what do you feel about that as a player? When your partner or somebody in your ring is wafting your ball in?
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? You get to know each other, don't you? The mannerisms, Do you know? You see it at top levels. You see everybody when they're changing ends, all this slapping hands and trying to get that momentum and that. I understand why it's there. Personally, I absolutely detest it. I absolutely detest it. I mean, if I played 2 bad balls, which I do many ends, the last thing I want to do is a high five to tell me, high five, well done, 4 yards short, 4 yards short. It just doesn't work for me. So if you have the unfortunate pleasure of playing with me, please don't do that, because it'll just tip me over the edge.
So would that mean you would never get a high five off me?
With a custard pie.
No, I know what you're saying. It's
I hate it.
It's a bit of front, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
A bit of
I know
bull,
it's,
whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know when you're playing poorly. But different players need to be managed in different ways. Do always need that encouragement to pick them up. People are people.
Yeah, I'd rather you just say that was an absolute load of rubbish.
So nothing still really close on this end. Opportunity still there.
Yeah, I mean, the time limit I don't think will come into this. The time limit's 4 o'clock is the air horn. We've only got roughly about an hour of daylight still here in Cyprus. We have got one more game for those eagle-eyed viewers, so we mentioned it earlier in the afternoon. Floodlights will be going on.
Which is a first for Cyprus.
Is it? Trevor tells me it's the first time ever for Cyprus. So
Streamed, I mean.
stream. Have you got the 50p's ready?
Oh, a streamed floodlit
Stream
event.
floodlit event in Cyprus, first time ever.
Mm.
Fantastic. For those South African viewers on there, we did an event in Durbanville in September, and they have the load shedding, and halfway through the event the load shedding went off and the country plunges into darkness, and then the poor greenkeeper runs around the back and fires up all the generators, and the floodlights pop on one by one, and all you can hear is these massive industrial generators at the side of the green.
Certainly interesting conditions to play under.
It was fabulous, absolutely fabulous. I loved it, yeah, absolutely superb.
just remember Joburg outdoors, numerous thunderstorms when we played in the World Championships. You know, the final against South Africa, we were on and off the green numerous occasions.
They call it the City of Gold, is what they call Joburg.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, great memories.
I am more a Cape Town fan myself. I'll get strung up and quartered for saying that, but yeah, fond memories.
Yes, when Wales went to Cape Town on a test match visit, unfortunately I didn't attend that one.
Oh, I thought you were going to whack that in from the side. I think it's just because I'm a seaside boy, born and bred in Blackpool. Just like being by the sea all the time.
Well, that's why you're in love with Paphos. Better weather than Blackpool.
-4 there this morning. Well, can you get an edge this time? Oop. Just really overplayed.
It is, but they both played the same shot. So, Heather, can she adjust?
Little edge.
Oh.
Something's coming.
Well, there's certainly a positive comment there.
Well, now where's this little drift for the jack?
Oh,
Got it?
where's the jack going?
Got it. Actually gone with it.
Where's the jack going? Welsh girls are clapping.
Just having a little laugh here, just while we're waiting for the score. We've got Miss Dunwoody at the side of us here on the way on the weighing scale.
Too many lunches?
Two. 3, was it? That looked like a 3 actually, as he turned it sideways just at the end, that looked like a 3. Whoop. Can my man have a drink? I'm sure it was. Oh. I think it was 3, you know.
Yes, three shots, Cyprus. Surely put the game to bed. Different to 9 to enter the play. Well, we've seen unusual things before, haven't we, in games, you know, maximum counts being scored. Never say never.
Well, I think it's going to be a plan of, well, you know, a bit of get as many shots as you can in the last 2 ends. Obviously, there's many. It's just one group now, isn't it? So there's lots and lots of games still to play. The top 4 of each men's and ladies group will go through to the knockout stages. So a lot can happen. There's lots of good teams here. You never know what's going to happen around the corner. So just try and close that deficit.
No, quite correct. Early days in the tournament. Every team playing their opponents in the 2 groups, men's and ladies. So Plenty of games on offer. Top 4 qualifying. It is about getting that first win on the board, though, isn't it?
Definitely.
The Welsh girls, looks like it's probably going to be 2 defeats. Be very keen to put that right in the morning. An excellent start for Cyprus. Or Cyprus B, I should qualify that as. Perfect road, just pulled out, a yard short. It's got the jack. Just feathered it.
Feather.
He just pushed it closer to the jack high Cyprus bowl.
Yeah, she's in. Very well played.
Just played a steady game, in fairness, been I would say steadier than most on the rink this afternoon.
Joys of being the home nation, aren't they? All that extra time on the greens and the rinks. So it's certainly an advantage. You've still got to be, of a certain type of ability, and but it's definitely a help.
Home advantage, enough said.
Yeah.
Use it. No criticism there. Heather needs shot just to give Wales the slightest chance at all in the game. If you've got back bowls, I'd just be bold.
Go straight for it.
Now there we are, she's listened.
Oh,
Oh, and she gets a result. And a clap. One to Wales, I think.
I love that in bowls. Well played.
I think if that was a game, should there be some stairs going on?
I'm saying nothing. Although sometimes you can just say it just to wind somebody up, can't you?
Well,
how many times do you play something, someone plays an absolute dreadful ball? Someone says, yeah, well done, mate, well played. Fix it there, clapping. It's worth about another 6 shots, isn't
Is
it?
part of the psychology, Jason?
It could be worth at least 2 ends.
To calm down and the mats stop flying around. Scoreboard's kicked over.
It's sports psychology. I remember playing a guy once, I knew him quite well. And
No names then?
No,
names.
better not. Playing in a county singles, maybe quarter-final, semi-final, something along those lines. He was notorious for being a forehand player. Forehand. Always plays his forehand. This particular green, the forehand was a very good hand. Backhand was a shocker. And just chatting away during the trial ends, I just turned around. One of the bowls that you do a bit stiff, the trial end's got a bit of a bump to it. And I just said, have you changed your delivery this year? He said, what do you mean? I said, that forehand. I said, you used to be really smooth on your forehand. You get a bit of a bump to it. And the amount of times he, on the mat, stood there, I was like, you could see him thinking, might play me backhand here. I was stood there, howling with laughter. just through a very throwaway comment. Deliberately done, of course. But yeah.
You're just a bad egg, Jason. all for the win in the county singles.
It was just the straight. You've got to keep a nice straight face. Change your delivery this year, mate. You used to have a lovely forehand. Bit of a bump there now.
Well, part and parcel of the game, I guess. Use those slight advantages when you can get them.
You wait till I play you
Sow
next.
the seed. You won't see the bump in my forehand. See 2 of it.
Yeah, well played.
Exactly. It's getting little shots like that, isn't it? And always
Yeah.
making a comment saying, well, it was close anyway. I was going to get it anyway.
Yeah. Just keep filtering down that line, good pace.
Just kick back to feather the jack again.
Oh.
No, it doesn't react out there, does it? And to see that just go against the bias again right at the end.
This is the line. It's all about the pace now.
Well played. It's just about trying to score a couple of shots, isn't it? Just to reduce the shot count.
Yeah, that's it. I mean,
It could count in the end.
yeah, 2 shots now is nothing, is it? But over the next kind of 7 or 8 games, it could be huge.
Ignoring the open backhand there.
Don't forget, we're back with you in literally half an hour's time for the last game of the day. 3 games today, just 2 games every other day, but we'll be back at 4:30. Got the gap.
Yes, it's just the gents section playing this evening's game, so quite a tough day for them. Tough start, 3 games, but reduces after that. It's going to be a fairly quick turnaround, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trial ends at 4:15.
Yes. Yep. I've not heard from the tournament director that it's pushed back at all. It's
No, I've not had contact with the tournament director regarding that today.
no. So it'll be 4:15 for the trial ends. The trial ends are played before. Obviously, the air horn goes off at 16:30. Line's good, just the pace. Here comes another little cheeky little edge. Maybe just not enough.
Just not enough there.
Sorry about the noise, Anne's just ripped out the next pension slip.
There's a packet of Werthers opening in the background. Well, she's got to just try and remove that ball, though.
Just
Surely.
hits it, yeah.
Surely.
Hmm?
Not. It's definitely changed the backhand. Oh. Wow. It's run the ball. Your favour, Heather.
Well,
Oh, it's close to the jack. But
oh, lucky. That's the air horn you hear for the last end. Well, we won't be needing that anyway because we are playing the last end. Nearly made another here.
Yeah, that's in. Definitely 2 scoring for Cyprus.
Just keeping our eye on the marker. I can't see the final score, can't see the marker. Let's have a look. Just, yeah, 2 for...
2 for Cyprus
Yeah.
B. That concludes the game at Cyprus B 18, Wales 8.
Yep, so that's the end of that round. We're back with you for the next round. At 4:30 is the kickoff, and it's going to be for your entertainment. Let's have a look. We've got Jersey B against Switzerland. So a new country there also for me to have a look at. So join us there. Just before we go off air, we're going to show you a nice promotional video from the Athena Beach here. If you ever fancy coming down to have a look or indeed want to take part, let's have a look at what this hotel has to offer.